By now, you've already noticed that you're triggering your narcissist at every turn. When if it's unawares, you seem to always be getting on the wrong side of things. Things could be cool, calm, collected, but all of a sudden, drama. And so you're always looking out for signs that you're doing something wrong, because you want to prevent the babishness, the pettiness, the immaturity that they display. Now, you might want to have a mature conversation with your narcissist. You might want to sit down and talk about what the issue could be. Of course, by now you've already noticed or realized that it never works. The reason it can never work is simple. A narcissist is always listening to you in order that they might twist your words. In fact, if you've been keen enough, you've realized that your narcissist gets angry even if you try to talk to them. Just attempting to have a mature conversation with them is a good enough reason for drama and punishment. The reason is simple. It's not any more the content of your conversation than it is the fact that you think that you have an opinion. Anytime you suggest that you should have a conversation with a narc, it destroys the state of disillusionment that they are in, that they are your master and you are their slave. Inevitably, it causes an injury, a narcissistic injury. It causes a narcissistic collapse, because it makes them realize that the position that they hold themselves to in your life is an illusion. Therefore, you cannot have a conversation with a narcissist. It's not possible. With that said, the language that a narcissist understands, the only language that they understand, is the language of consequence. Now, you might want to teach them a lesson and show them their place in your life. But you've already realized by now that a narcissist is sicker than you are healthy. There are levels that they'll go to that you won't go to yourself. There's just places that you can't reach because you're not broken. At the end of the day, even if you're trying to teach someone a lesson, you have empathy. There's a point you won't go beyond. This is the difference between you and the narcissist. Because your narc has no limit, you have no boundaries. There's no place they'll draw the line. They'll go and go and go until they win, in quotes. Doesn't matter how destructive it gets. Doesn't matter if someone dies in the process. Therefore, you cannot have a normal conversation with this kind of an individual. They are broken. They have no empathy. They have no capacity for normalcy in their lives. Notwithstanding, there are consequences that you must still mete out upon them. And today I want to teach you, or to share with you, some of the ways that you can. The first way that you can, you will notice with all the points that I will make today, or almost all the points, is that you do not need to do anything to a narcissist to teach them a lesson. You don't need, you only need to do something with yourself. And that's the good thing about this situation. Because whenever you're thinking of meting out consequences, already, because you're possibly an empath if you're watching this video, you're feeling a friction against your nature. You think that you have to do something wrong. And you're like, oh, now I have to change my behavior. I have to change my personality. I have to change who I am. I have to compromise on my morality. No, you don't have to. Because a narcissist is never triggered by anything you do to them. They're only triggered by what you do with yourself. So the first thing you need to do is to succeed. Make sure that you succeed. You've heard them say that success is the best revenge. Now, a narcissist is fixated on your failure. They need you to fail because that is what validates their narrative. That without them, you're nothing. In their minds, and in the minds of the people that they talk to, that is what confirms that you're the broken one, that you're the loser. The narcissist needs you to fail because they are always in a state of competition. They're competing even when you're not competing with them. And because that's how they view life, they think everyone views it that way. They don't know that normal people look at life as ups and downs. So this is the reason a narcissist really needs you to fail. And you don't need to do anything to them for you to trigger them and to mete out a consequence in this area. You only need to refuse to fail. Have a never say die attitude. Pick yourself up from the ashes. Lift yourself from where he threw you down, from where she threw you down. Start making moves, step by step. Make sure that you succeed. That's the number one thing you should do. Another way to mete out consequences, the only language they understand, is to love again. Now, God has never changed his model of romance. From the beginning, he created the world and everything in it. And he said it was very good. But when he observed man, after saying it was very good for man that he created him. So that's for you guys out there. If your narcissistic girls have made you feel as if you're worthless because you're a man, just remind her, Genesis 1, before she was ever created, God said it was very good that he made you. The only thing that he said was not good in all of his creation was for a man to be alone. Now he has never changed this model. It still stands. In fact, in the continuum of his word, when you get to the book of Proverbs, he says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing, obtains favor from the Lord. The wife is not the favor. The wife is the good thing. The favor is what comes after you obtain that good thing. Whatever scripture says, science validates. The statistics are there. The happiest people are married people. The most successful people are married people. So you cannot change this model, because if you do that, you're actually validating the narcissist. If the narcissist can't suck your life out of you until the time you're totally destroyed, useless, and dead, the second thing and the only thing they can accept in their world is for you to never engage again in romance. To them, it communicates that they are living rent-free in your head, that they did such a number on you, you lost yourself. Because you've been made for love. Human beings are creatures that have been made for love and romance. Therefore, I want to start seeing you declaring uh, different statements about your life. Stop saying, I'll never date again, I'll never marry again. That spirit is the spirit of the devil. It's the narcissistic spirit that speaks like that. And that's not your portion. When Paul was prophesying about the last days, he said that the spirit, that spirit which will come before the second coming of Jesus Christ, will be that spirit that forbids people from marrying. That's 1 Timothy 3. The details of how it forbids you from marrying don't matter. The fact of the matter is that it forbids you from marrying. How it does it is what proves the spirit behind it. It's unnatural. It's not consistent with what God has for you. God still has good things in store for you. You understand? I want to encourage you to put yourself out there, change your mindset, open your heart one more time. Your subjective experience, listen to me, it does not determine the truth of the world. You've not experienced everything you'll experience in this world. You still have many years to live. You've not seen all that you will see. You've not met all the people you will ever meet. You've not known all you'll ever know. You're not the wisest you'll ever be. You're not the most experienced you'll ever be. You're still growing and advancing. You must maintain an objective attitude. Just because it happened to you doesn't mean that's the only thing that can happen. If you do so, you will find that you're participating with the narcissistic spirit of the day. You have lost the plot. I want you to confess that God still has good plans for you, that you will find your someone. In fact, start checking in the comments section. I want to see people writing, I'm single, I'm searching, or I'm healing, and I'll be back into the scene soon, or after I do. Positive affirmations only, nothing else. Love again. That way, you can mete out severe consequences on the narcissist. Is by rekindling your hobbies. Living with a narcissist erases you, destroys you, eliminates you. While you're still breathing, it deletes you. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you did the things that you love? You used to have hobbies. When was the last time that you practiced them? Girls like reading novels. When was the last time you read a novel? If you're a musician, when was the last time that you made music? When was the last time that you played an instrument? Guys, when was the last time you went out with your boys to play video games? Play football? And see some guys playing football. The dog is happy because he's seeing people running around. If you can hear the dog barking. When was the last time you visited those, you went through your rough drafts? You know, you used to be the best composition writer in your early days from school. You wanted to grow up to be an author. Where are your notes? You've lost them. Have you realized that living with a narcissist has deleted you? It's like the only thing remaining of you is your outer shell. When was the last time you went for swimming? When was the last time you enjoyed a movie? The narcissist has kept you in a state where you are preoccupied with defending yourself. Every day, your plan, your whole purpose in life these days is to simply get through a day. So you've forgotten everything else. They've deleted you completely by rendering you into this state. Start rekindling your hobbies. Start to make a few changes in your life. Change the position of your bed. Buy new curtains. Buy a new pair of bedding. You know? Change the position of your seats. Psychology has proved that if you wanted to change something, just changing the physical environment that you are in is a very worthwhile, very important first step. Just moving the bed from this corner to that corner already starts to signify or to communicate to your brain that changes are happening. Rekindle your hobbies. Practice your talents. Don't lose yourself. Just by doing this, you are meting out severe consequences on the narcissist. Communicates to them that they don't have control over you. They don't have the power to delete you, and that their delusion that you are simply an extension of themselves is a lie. This is for the parents. Another way you can mete out severe consequences upon the narcissist is to become the healthy parent. Your kids will need one healthy parent. You understand me? This is very important. You might need to get away, especially if you're the man. You might need to alienate for some time, for a few years. It might sound counterintuitive. Being the protective father that you are, you might feel like you're betraying your kids. Don't worry, God will protect your kids. Children belong to God. This is a specific message for specific people. If this message resonates with you, you will know that this was yours. Not everything might apply to everyone. But I never make a video without being led. So for those to whom this belongs, move out. If you're the woman, take your kids, and if you can go away with them, go with them. For the men, until the courts can justify you, go prepare yourself. Your assignment, and your only assignment right now, is to be healthy. Because when your kids grow up and they are able to make sense of the world, because trust me, although yes, and this is part of the reason you're paining, is that they'll be deceived, they'll be love bombed, they will be entrained using intermittent reinforcement. We will look at that later. Until they have believed that you are the very definition of the devil yourself. But you know very well, you're not the one who left. You are run out. It's a big difference. You did not refuse to take care of your responsibilities. You didn't. You are the one doing it. Just that conditions were attached that made it impossible. Part of the things that that makes you hurt is knowing that for this, for the childhood, for the period that your child will be growing up with the toxic parent, they will be deceived about you. But don't worry, don't underestimate your kids. They are not fools. One day they will know. Because trust me, a narcissist will not be good to you, or will not be good to someone and be bad to another. Given enough time, they reveal themselves to everyone. And so your kids are not stupid. They'll know that whatever my other parent was who's not here, the one who is here, this is not parenthood. This is abuse. They'll know. And so you will do yourself very well and do your kids very well by ensuring that you've gone to heal, you've gone to succeed, you've gone to work on your talents, your careers, sorry, so that by the time they can be able to run into your arms, you're a safe space, you're a possible space to run to. You're healthy, you have the resources. When you do this, don't even mind it. Don't mind it too much. Don't mind it too much. Sometimes you have to lose. In a war, you have to lose a few battles. But the war is not over. The war is long term. The one who laughs last laughs longest. Truth will prevail. Your virtue will vindicate you. Make sure you're the healthy parent. Just work on that. That will mete out the most severe consequence on the narcissist, because they are always going to be on the downward themselves, even as they grow older. The statistics are there. All these narcissistic parents, they grow up old and alone. They die alone for the most part. So have no worries. Your kids will come back to you. Your responsibility is to make sure that you are in the best state that they can find you in. That is what will heal them. When they find you not broken, when they find that what was said about you was a lie, when they find that the curses, all the spells, all the words that were spoken upon you did not come to pass, you are good looking, you're healthy, you're strong, you're successful, you're sober, they're not dumb. They'll see the difference between you two. They'll see how people relate with you and how people relate with the other. This post will awaken your friends. The other way you will mete out consequences upon the narcissist is by being happy. Now, happiness is probably one of the reasons you're getting punished anyway. Because you see, a narcissist is not happy. They're very miserable within. Now, they can perform and display emotions of happiness. But anyone who lives with them knows for a fact that these people are the most miserable people in the world. But if they look at you and you're happy, you've been rekindling your hobbies, you've been ignoring them, you're not giving them attention, they might furnish it. But to the point that you can avoid them, you're not giving them attention. You're self-actualizing. These things will make you happy. In Nehemiah, the Bible says, the joy of the Lord is my strength. There's a strength that will come just because you're in that state of being. Now, while happiness is simply an emotion, it is usually an emotion that is built not upon the circumstances that surround you, but upon the state of joy that is consistent. Does not determine, it is not determined by whatever is going on around you. Now, for you to be happy, you cannot be an actor. I'm not telling you to act out happiness. I'm not telling you to pretend that you're happy right now. You're not. Happiness is a deliberate choice. Happiness comes after you have worked on yourself. You need to imbibe these contents. You need to learn about what's going on. You need to work hard. You know, some people are sending me inboxes, and I'm not telling you to stop, but there are some people, not everyone, of course, who want guidance, who want to talk to me, who want to, book sessions with me, which is fine. You can always do that. If you want sessions, it's fine. Just inbox me and I'll respond to you. Anyway, I was saying there are people that come in the name of they want counseling, they want advice, they want someone to talk to, but I realize that they actually know what they don't want to work. They don't want to put in the work to get healed. They just want healing to be handed over to them. Listen, guys, I'm not a miracle worker. You understand? Don't be a codependent, all right? Don't be a codependent. That's a sign that you're not healed of your codependency. It's a sign that you're not learning from your narcissistic experience. They've made you codependent and you want to come to be a codependent with the counselor. So I want you to understand one thing. I'm not a narcissist. And any other healthy person you talk to who is not a narcissist will not be love bombing you. We are not promising you miracles. You will not be happy until you begin to put in the work. Don't come and expect that I'll just give you in one conversation healing for the damage that has been going on for 15, 20, 30 years. Some of you are telling me. It's not possible. Again, that is laying an unfair burden on your counselor, because your counselor is not God. Happiness comes after you've watched all the videos, after you've interacted with people in the comment sections, after you've gone and looked and searched in the playlist sections, whether there's a video that applies, there's a topic that applies to the thing you want to ask. And then after that, you can now come and say, I've gone through everything, I've seen everything, I just want a top up. But don't come as an empty space. Happiness will not be given to you. Happiness is taken. Now, when you become happy, ooh, this English weather. I never get used to it. I've been in this country for 3 years, but I've never gotten used to their weather, man. Anyway, I was saying, happiness is possible and you will be happy. But you need to work, invest in yourself. All right, invest in your happiness. If you come, is your life valuable? If I tell you that if you need specialized counseling, come at a fee. There's a fee, a small fee that I will charge you. Is investing in your life, in your health, in your well-being. Are you not worth the value? Some people come and they want to occupy the counselor. They want you to leave everything you're doing and everyone you're talking to give them time for free. Now, if I do things for free, it means there's no value in it. It also means you do not value yourself. If everything else you're doing that we've mentioned from the beginning, if you are to succeed, you've invested in your capital. If you are to rekindle your hobbies, you've invested in your sporting gear, in your instruments. You've invested in traveling and connecting with nature, going to places where you normally don't go to. You invest in everything except in that which changes you. That's the wrong mindset. So happiness is a deliberate result of choices and decisions that you make that represent value. When you do all these things, you're meting out severe consequences upon the narcissist. You're taking your power back. Lastly, for today, as I can see, it's getting dark. The video is getting longer. While I started this video by saying most of the things you will ever do to mete out consequences upon your narcissists are not things that you do to them, but things that you do with yourself. There are circumstances and situations which require you to actually do something to the narcissist. For example, if they have broken the law, you must report them to the governing bodies. You must report them to the authorities. Have you noticed how he has rewired you, how she has rewired you so gravely that you're debating in your mind whether crime should be prosecuted? You see how negative, how destructive an effect living with a narcissist has in your life. It should be obvious. If I were to ask for a third party, you would be the first one to say, yes, prosecute, prosecute. But when it comes to you, you're like, should I do it? Should I not? Should I do it? Should I not? The narcissist hasn't trained you, but you're coming out. So if they have broken the law, it's a no-brainer. You should have reported them yesterday. Report them immediately. But there are a few things I need you to know before you submit your reports to the authorities. You need to document everything, because the legal system is a system that only deals with evidence. Even if they believe you, that doesn't matter. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. So I want you to begin today through an exercise of patience to document everything, including the time, the date, the exact events that occurred. And do not try to memorize, saying to yourself you won't forget. No. Document everything. Write it down. Make sure they never see it. And make sure you never tell anyone. Don't even tell your best friends that you're recording. Don't do it. Maybe you can come and tell me as your counselor if you book a session. But you can't tell your friends, because you never know who will get body jumped. You'll be surprised not everyone wants you to succeed. You'll be very shocked if you have a narcissist partner, but they are not the only narcissist in your life. Narcissism is a spirit. There might be others who are around you in the name of friends, but are gaining glee and supply from your pain. They don't want you to ever get healed. In fact, some therapists are narcissists. You will go to them and you will always go to them, because the point is that you never get healed, because you're the source of money. But a good therapist will not keep you for long. A good therapist doesn't talk to you every day. You understand me? They tell you something and they give you some time to work on whatever they've said, because they are not performing miracles for you. They are empowering you to do it for yourself. I am not creating codependence. I am creating the independence. I want you to be independent, not codependence. So document, if possible, have videos, if possible, have audios. And until you have enough information, do not report it, but you must prosecute. So I want to give you a thumbs up. If you've got to this point of the video, it means you're investing in your mind, in your soul. You're not taking healing lightly, and you're concerned, even if not for yourself, for those who are around you or who will or those who might ever possibly find themselves in these situations. Thank you for joining me for this class, for this session. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Repost this video, comment, like, share it with your friends. I'll appreciate it. It also helps me grow as a content creator. As you can tell, I don't deal with entertainment. I'm a musician, by the way. I could go just make music and entertain people. But I feel called and led to do this for now. And you are participating with me or with God in the process of delivering people from the devil. Glory be to God. See you next time.